Under the cola tree, our stories unfold. Drums speak the past in rhythm spoke.
Did you know that under the Igbo traditional society, that yams were not just seen as crops, but as a symbol of manliness, wealth, and divine favor? You're welcome back to Igbo tradition, my heritage, and today I'll be discussing about one of the most popular Igbo festivals, the the New Yam Festival. Please, if you like what I am doing here, do subscribe to my channel, like, share your thoughts on the comment section, and don't forget to share my videos so that others will get to see what we are doing here. And don't forget to hit that bell button so that anytime I drop a new video, you will get a notification. Thank you. The New Yam Festival under the Igbo Traditional Society was seen as the end of old planting season and the beginning of a new planting season, also known as the beginning of a new year, also seen as a period of abundance and thanksgiving. The Igbo pre-colonial era, known as the Igbo Traditional Society, operated with what is called lunar calendar. Lunar calendar is made up of 13 months, 4 market days as a week: Izu, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nkwo. That's an Izu, a week. And then 28 days equals to a month. 7 of the 4 market days equals to the 28 days, making a month. And then the 13th month, which the chief priest, because under the Igbo Traditional Society, there were chief priests and experienced elders that monitored the movement of the moon, because the Igbos, the lunar calendar was based on nature and agriculture, the movement of the moon. So before the New Yam Festival was announced, it was the chief priest or experienced elders that watched the moon and then announced that the old planting season was over and they are entering into a new planting season, considered also as a new year. And before the celebration of the New Yam, before the New Yam Festival, there were 2 major rituals that were done, one by the entire community and then the chief priest and the elders. One, the communities, because it was seen that the agricultural calendar, the Igbo in agricultural calendar, was divided into 2. Don't forget that I said it's a calendar that was, counted counted with moon, the movement of the moon, and then agriculture. Then there was a period they considered as a scarcity period. Scarcity period. That was after the harvest. Now they have stored all their yams in the barn and eating it. And eating it. So and the whole thing depended on the amount of yams stored. So if you stored plenty, mean it lasted. If you did not store plenty, so that's it. So they saw it as a period of scarcity where they had to ration their yams. So before the before the celebration of the New Yam Festival, that the harvest, every home made sure that there was no old yam left in the barn, left in their homes. They did a thorough cleanup. After the cleaning up of, removing of the old yams, then the chief priest and the elders now did a sacrifice to Allah or Ani, the earth goddess, and to the ancestors, thanking them for a new planting season, for a new harvest. They have harvested and now entering into a planting season. Their barns were filled now with yams. So it was considered as a season of abundance. So they did a thanksgiving to Ani and to the ancestors. And a very important note, why every community made sure that there was no old yam remaining, because it was said that if old yams were left over, it was seen as being an offense to the spirits and would bring disaster to the community. So those were the two major rites performed before now the celebration proper. Cleaning of their homes and getting rid of old yams, either eating, throwing away, anyhow, but getting rid of old yams, and then the chief priest and the elders making sacrifice as thanksgiving to Allah for abundance, for harvest, and entering into a new planting season known as a new year. Having said that, Igbo is a decentralized society. So every community, not every Igbo community celebrated New Yam Festival at the same day. Every community had the day they celebrated their own New Yam Festival. But there was a beginning. There is a window for all communities. As in community A, today today marks, for instance, the day it has been announced is a beginning of a new planting season. So community A will celebrate it today. Being, for instance, Eke, community B might celebrate their own Afo, C, Urie. So that's how it was done. It was not just one celebration for all the Igbo community, but one major thing was that the New Yam Festival, known as also the beginning of a new planting season, was celebrated by all Igbo community, but at their own respective market days, period they chose, their own chief priests cited their own moon. So it's the Iriji festival is a very, very important Igbo culture because it marks the beginning of a new planting season, which you can call beginning of a new year, ending old period of scarcity and now bringing into a period of abundance. So that is why it's a very, very important festival in the Igbo traditional society. The beginning of a new planting season, Thanksgiving, abundance, a new year. This is where I will be drawing the curtain on Igbo Iriji Festival. To see you in my next video, where I will be discussing another interesting Igbo culture. Ndewo no.
Under the cola tree, our stories unfold. Draw